So this jumbled mess is kind of an early schematic for the control boxes. Um, this over here is just a layout of how I expect the components to fit in the new box, box for the Jetson and the power supply for up top. But this is the schematic for it, and what I'm trying to figure out is how to get it set up so that if either batteries go dead, so let me break this down. So this section up here, this top section, is going to be the new power box. This is the one with the double batteries, double 16-volt batteries in it. That's these two batteries right here. This is the existing steering box. The ignition key is in it. There's a 3-cell battery down here, so 11.4 volts. It has a relay that when you turn the key on, this relay energizes and it turns 48 volts onto this 48 to 12 volt converter, which gives us 12 volts for the steering control. It gives us 12 volts to turn the speed controller on through the Arduino relay. And this one up here, I can't remember what it's for, but it's another 12 volt signal. So this box is going to get one of these relays, and I have it drawn right here. So this is one of those new multimeter with amp control, amp and voltage control. So it's going to go on this existing battery. This battery is getting changed, right? The lithium iron battery is coming out, lithium ion battery is going back in. So this is going to be the voltage control for that. It will cut the input when it gets to a certain voltage, cut the input when it gets to a certain high voltage, certain low voltage. So this is going to control. This will control So what I want to do, if either one of these sets of batteries go dead, if this one goes dead or if this one goes dead, I want to be able to shut the speed controller off. I want it to stop. If it can't, if for some reason it loses power to the Jetson, I don't want it to just blindly keep driving, right? Because this is going to power the Jetson and the GPS and the Lidar sensor through a 5-volt, this 5-volt converter right here. So if this battery goes dead, or if this battery goes dead, I want the speed controller to shut off. I think it's important that if anything here loses connection, the speed controller shuts off. So right now I have that happening through, well, this relay is going to be, the Arduino is going to watch the radio signal. So this will shut the speed controller off. But the wire that goes to that right now is being controlled by this relay, which is controlled by the switch. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, where this 48 to 12 volt is, this right here, this 12 volt is what turns the speed controller on. I think I'm going to take it out of this box into the other box and put another relay being operated by this voltage control. So this is going to turn two relays on. It's going to turn a relay on that allows this battery pack to turn on, to take our 16 volts and turn it into 12, and the 12 turning into 5. So this is going to be 12 volts for anything that needs it. Screens, like, monitor screens, just 12 volts. All kinds of things need 12 volts, so there's going to be 12 volts in the box. It's going to go to a fuse panel. One of those taps off the fuse panel. It's going to go take our 12 volts, turn it into 5 volts, and it's going to go to its own fuse panel, which is going to be for the Lidar, Jetson, that kind of thing. So that they'll be powered off of here. But I want this power here that goes to the speed controller. I want this shut off if this or this goes dead. So this one I think will be easy enough, right? It's just going to shut the ground to the battery off. And if you have no ground to the battery, then this whole thing is going to go dead and it's going to shut the, because this 48 to 12 volt is sharing the same ground. So this ground is going to shut off, this is going to die, and then this is going to shut the power off to the speed controller. But I think I need to have another relay up in this box controlled by this one. So this relay will sit right here, and it's going to control this wire. So this wire is going to go up through the relay and back down again. And then if this gets under current, it's going to shut both of these relays off, which is going to shut the power off to the top, and it's going to shut the power off to the bottom. I understood I'd probably have to have wires going between these two boxes. And I think these are the wires I need to have, is the interface between the low voltage shutoff for both sets of batteries. just for safety's sake. Somewhere in here is the emergency cutoff. I think it's in here. The emergency switch is in here. So I needed to put a second relay up in this box, and I'm not sure where they're going to put the battery charger wires from, because right now the battery charger is in this box, and to get 110 volts up to the battery charger here, I'm not sure whether I'm going to run it up with this wire. I mean, I have to run wires now anyway, so maybe I should just run 110 volts from this box to this box and put the battery charger in. Or this is going to have its own battery plug. Like there'll be another a 2-element or a 3-element plug sticking out of this one that's going to charge a battery charger that's going to be up in here too to charge these batteries. So a battery charger for this one, a battery charger for this one, and a battery charger for the 48, which is not shown in this. I'm going to draw a better schematic. This is me just trying to figure out what I need, what is happening now, and where I can start to interrupt and put a second relay in. And I think this wire here is probably the best way. It's going to shut everything off down below, which is fine. If we lose control, and the thing is, if I wanted to not have this on, if I took this off and put it on my other vehicle, I could just jump this relay. I could just jump this wire from here to here. Right? I'll make this so it can put a jumper in here and jump it back in again. So with one reconnect, I can go operate all of this without this on it. I didn't want to do it with just one battery. I could have done this whole thing with just this battery, but I want it to be self-sufficient. So if I have this controller off, then this still works on its own. This battery is just going to control the Jetson Nano and any other kind of, there's going to be lots of power here. So I could put like a 110 volt inverter up here if I wanted, right? I could put I can run like some sort of electrical system off of it. I don't know. There's lots of power here now. So this is going to be 50 amps each in series. So there'll be 100 amps available here. Not completely, but I got some serious power here. 30 amp hours at 16 volts. So maybe run an inverter. I think I might have a 110 volt inverter someplace that will run this. It might be 24. Anyway, so this is kind of the beginnings of the wiring schematic for this new controller. Just a matter now of making sure everything fits in the box.